Japan attaches great importance to and understands the rise of Chinese men as military strengths, so they are also very cautious. So when Abe Shiro was prime minister, Japan had slowly recovered to a more normal nation. That is to say, the self-defense forces were originally formed to defend their territory. At that time, they also wanted to expand, slowly transform the self-defense forces become a formal national military. In fact, its main consideration was the rise of military strength of the Chinese mainlanders, as well as North Korea's security provocation. So Japan felt that they would slowly strengthen their military deployment. Japan mentioned that they need to strengthen their presence in Southwest Islands at present, specifically Okinawa and parts of the Ryukyu Islands, especially in the vicinity of Yogaguni Islands you mentioned earlier. They are in Yokoyama Islands. We are approximately 100 kilometers away and very close to Taiwan. Their defense minister Koizumi recently visited Okinawa for inspection and is also preparing to deploy missiles there, which is in Yogaguni Islands. Of course, they have considerable misgivings about the military strength of Chinese mainlands. So they found that if there is a possibility of military conflict in the place closest to Taiwan, they think their defense power is not enough yet. So they are gradually strengthening now. In fact, this approach had a special place in the national security regulations of the previous term, which was to strengthen the southwestern islands, namely the Ryukyu Islands or Okinawa, mainly in the face of the possibilities that if something happens to Taiwan, this place is the closest to Taiwan and may be more or less affected. In addition, on Okinawa, the largest US Air Force base is on it, called Kadena in English, which is a large base. Therefore, Japan also knows that in case of conflict, of course, they should be also fully prepared. Therefore, Japan is quite clear about the military strength of Chinese mainland and has some scruples. Not to say that Chinese mainland is a paper tiger, that is the statement of media. Real experts also attach great importance to it and understand it. So as long as we know the seriousness of the military deployment of both sides, we basically will not agree politicians or higher-ups to address explosive or provocative policies.